Hello, welcome back. My name is Monica, and we are not only going to be taking a look at what is on Monica's shelves, but also what I am trying to add to Monica's shelves, because I have a very specific goal within this vlog, and there are two books that I need to read for one specific reason, and that is because there are some special edition sales going on, and I have a book buying ban that I have to abide by. So, yeah, let's get into what this is going to look like. So, if you are not familiar with my book buying ban, I do have a video that explains everything, all of the rules, and the reason that I'm doing this to kind of slow down, to be more intentional about the books that I'm buying. Well, one of my rules is that if I have already read the book and given it 4 or 5 stars, I am allowed to purchase the book physically. So that is going to be informing some of the things that I have to do here today and throughout the next week. The first book that I am reading is The Rebel and the Rose by Catherine Doyle, and this is book 2 in the City of Phantom series. Book 1 is The Dagger and the Flame, which I have already read and thoroughly enjoyed. I loved this book. I thought it was a lot of fun. This is a fantasy set in a new world called Phantom, and there are 2 rival guilds, the Order of the Cloaks and the Order of the Daggers, and we are going to follow Seraphine from the Order of the Cloaks and Ransom from the Order of the Daggers. The 2 are going to go head to head and find out a lot of secrets about each other, but ultimately it was just such a fun time, and I knew that I needed to get my hands on book 2. Well, book 2 comes out on December 2nd in the US, and I have this Fairy Loot edition, and this is the only copy I have of this book, which means that when I get book 2, I also want it to match, so that means I also need to get the pre-order from Fairy Loot for book 2. The problem is I haven't read the book yet, therefore it doesn't fit in the original rule of if I've already read the book and given it 4 or 5 stars, I can buy it. However, the thing is, I do have the ARC copy of this book, and because I read book 1 and really liked it, and I have started the arc, I am 40% of the way through, and at this point I can already tell that I'm really enjoying the story. So hear me out. Earlier today, while I was at work, I got on my computer and I made the pre-order. I wanted to make sure that I could get a copy of this book, so I went ahead and ordered it. However, I am giving myself 48 hours, so I'm going to give myself 2 full days in order to finish the rest of this book before I have to spin the punishment wheel as punishment for pre-ordering the book before reading it. Because I was already part of the way through, that's why I wanted to cut myself a little bit of slack, and I'm up to date on the series so far. So I went ahead and made the pre-order, but I'm only 40% of the way through the book. So that means in the next 48 hours, I am on a race to finish the rest of this book. Now, this is also in the meantime, I have to be working my day job during the day. I have quite a few videos I need to film and edit, and lots of things that are going to be keeping my brain very, very busy. But I also need to make time to read this book, or else I have to spin the punishment wheel. So it is a race against time for this. I am really excited because so far I am enjoying the book, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. So I'm looking forward to be jumping into that. But there is one other book that I need to be reading within the next week, and let me explain what this is going to look like. So the book in question is Quicksilver by Callie Hart. Now, the reason that this is going to be on my list is because I own not just 1, but 2 copies of this book, and I haven't read it yet. So this is one of the main reasons why I have a book buying ban. Yeah, this is a problem. So I will be reading Quicksilver within the next 7 days. The main reason that I need to do this right now is 1, the sequel is going to be coming out very soon, but 2, Lilac Library currently has a special edition sale going on for a special edition of Quicksilver, and it looks stunning, and I've heard so many people tell me that I'm going to love this book. So I have full confidence that I'm going to love it, but before I can buy the special edition, I need to know that I love it. So here's what I'm doing. I am giving myself 7 days to read the entirety of this chunker of a book. It is very long. I believe it's like over 20 hours of audio, and it's, let's see here, almost 600 pages. It's going to be very long, but I am sure it's going to be very worth it. And reading this book, it is going to allow me to order the special edition. Now, what I am doing, because I don't want the special edition to sell out, I am going to go ahead and pre-order the book. I'm going to go ahead and buy it. I have full confidence. I've read the first 2 chapters of this book, so I've gotten set up a little bit in the world and know what the writing feels like, and I feel like I am going to like this book. So I'm going to go ahead and make that pre-order. I'm going to buy the special edition. However, if I do not succeed at reading the entirety of this book within the next 7 days, I have to spin the punishment wheel. And honestly, I probably should have to spin the wheel twice because of how many, you know what? I should have to spin the wheel for as many copies of the book as I have, which right now is 2, but I will be buying my 3rd copy. So truly, I need a huge punishment if I don't manage to succeed at this. So 7 days to read Quicksilver. I will decide by the end of those 7 days, maybe depending on how close I get, will determine how many times I have to spin the wheel, but I'm going to try my best to get through this book because I really do think I'm going to love it, and I want that special edition because pretty books. So that's kind of what my goal is for this week. I need to read The Rebel and the Rose and finish that within the next 48 hours, but I also need to read the rest of Quicksilver within the next 7 days, which is quite a task in itself. I also have a lot of big things coming up that are going to interrupt my focus, lots of things to prep for, and some friends coming to visit, so it's going to be a crazy week. But of course, I will be providing all of my updates here as I go, and we're going to see if I can successfully read both of these books within 7 days. That's the plan. Wish me luck, and here we go. Okay, everyone, I have good news and I have great news. The good news is I finished my book on time, The Rebel and the Rose by Catherine Doyle. This book was so much fun. I managed to finish it within 48 hours of purchasing the special edition. So I've passed the test and the purchase is officially authorized. Also, because I am giving this book 4 stars, I do think it's like a 3.5 rounded up to 4, but ultimately this was a really, really fun read, and I love this continuation of the series within the city of Fantôme. I just loved getting to revisit the world and the characters. I will say it took me quite a bit to get into this book and really remember where book 1 had left off and all the things that had happened to lead us into book 2. That was a bit of a struggle, so it took me a while to get through that. However, once I was like locked in and remembering everything, it was so good, and I loved getting to expand the world a bit more. We get to see new places and meet new characters and just get to dive even deeper into everything that's going on. Sarah ends up uncovering a newfound power at the end of book 1, and so a lot of book 2 is her trying to like come to terms with what that means for her and the people around her, but they are also fighting a larger battle because there is a rebellion happening with the prince who is trying to rebel against the king, and it's just this whole thing that all of these characters are going to get wrapped up in, and it ended up being such a fun like adventure type of story, and also getting to kind of dive a little bit deeper into Sarah and Ransom's relationship, especially because they come from such different factions and have such different like priorities until they are together and their priorities are each other, and it's just like so cute. So this book was a lot of fun. I did discover at the end of this that it sets it up for another book, so this is not a duology like I kind of thought it was when I started, and because this was an arc that I had, I got to submit the review on NetGalley to up my rating on there as well. Now the great news is that I get to start Quicksilver next. The problem is I have no idea how I'm going to read it in the next 7 days. I did actually make my purchase today. I waited until today to order the special edition from Lilac Library. I wanted to give myself as much time as possible to read the book, and I give myself 7 days from purchase time, which was today. So I have 7 days to read the book. The problem is, and this is not a problem because it's really exciting, but I have a bunch of friends who are flying in to visit me and Lexi, and we are hanging out over the next week. I'm taking a week off work and we're going to be hanging out and having fun. How am I supposed to read a 600-page book while all of my friends are here? We are having adventures and it's gonna be wild. So yeah, we're gonna stay tuned to see how far into this book I can get, if I can finish it in time, or else I may be spinning the wheel once, twice, thrice. We shall see. But for now, that is my update. I am only 2 chapters into Quicksilver. That my husband and I listened to the audiobook a little bit in the car last weekend just to like get a taste of it, and he wanted to know if he would like it. So I'm only 2 chapters in. I have so far to go. So we're gonna jump in. I have a lot of packing to do tonight because I will be not at home for the next week. So I've got lots of packing to do. Might listen to the audiobook while I pack, drive, all these different things because I gotta get this book done in 7 days. So stay tuned for the updates as I try so hard to beat this deadline. I don't know if I can do it, but I'm gonna try my best. No, but I think it's putting the window down and making noise. Oh, look, it's myself in the mirror. really bad lighting. Is everybody ready?
At a carnival, she threatened me in the car. She's trying to get me alone with a chainsaw. I think.
We did it. We survived the, I don't even know what this is called, the Legends of the Fog. Maria, how you feeling?
I'm alive.
You're good. You're excited to be getting out, right?
Although the last time I said that, people just jumped us again, so TBD.
I'm alive for now.
How you doing, Lexi? My neck hurts.
Too much scare.
Too much
I was protecting her.
Lexi was doing great things tackling.
I loved it. We are on the train to New York City. I'm super excited. We have a lot of space here. It's feeling really comfortable. Plus, I have the bestie partner. Very excited to be taking. We're like 3 hours on this train, which means I have a really good chance of finishing Quicksilver. I haven't really done much in the way of updating because we've just been all over the place so far this week. But I am. I have Alexi lingering in the back. I am over halfway. I'm like 62%, I think, into Quicksilver. Thoroughly enjoying my time and very excited to be hopefully finishing that today. If not today, tomorrow. Mel's trying to explode her drink on me. She has mentioned it multiple times at this point. But anyway, so I'm hoping to finish my... Blowing her drink up.
I opened it and it was really loud and I kind of just looked at her. Okay.
Look at Maria's eyeball poking out. So funny. Anyway,
That is pretty.
I need to get reading, but wanted to provide the updates because the next update will probably be when I finish Quicksilver, so that's exciting. Anyway, see you when I'm done. We're just here minding our own business. And these two are causing a ruckus.
Ladies and gentlemen, now arriving Philadelphia 30th Street Station, now arriving. Please use caution when it
My book is not giggle worthy.
Philadelphia 30th
I'm gonna go with mine's not either. We made it to our hotel. Nikki, get over here. This is gonna be so disorienting. We're all in a dash angle for all of us. We walked 35 minutes to get here, and my feet hurt, but we have made it, and now I don't want to get up. We're going to dinner in a bit. I don't know where, because we don't know where, but we'll figure that out later. For now, we're just happy to be in the hotel.
Yay!
All of our luggage made it into the hotel after dragging it across.
by a sniffer dog.
We did. We passed the test.
Goodest boy.
And now the bookish adventures in New York City can begin. Yay! So I just got home from this week-long friend adventure and it's been so much fun, but I haven't really been giving you a lot of updates other than just showing you what we've been doing. We're trying to be more intentional of like really just like spending time together and making memories and having fun. And so I didn't really film much in the way of like sit down updates, but I have some updates that I need to provide you with and to just like explain everything. We had so much fun going to New York City, getting to really explore the city a lot, get to see a lot of different things. In the middle of the rain, it was raining all day long, the day that we decided to do our bookstore crawl, but we went to 4 different bookstores and it was so much fun to get to see everything. And I tried to kind of, you know, record a little bit about what we were doing each day. So just a quick review on all the books that I got. The first 2 I did get in Baltimore, but I did get Good Spirits from B.K. Borison and Scream for Us by Molly Doyle from Sweet Nothing, the new, like brand new romance bookstore in Baltimore. And then in New York City, I got The Thrashers by Julie Soto, a signed copy from The Ripped Bodice. And then when we were at the train station, literally on our way home from New York City, I found a copy of How Bad Things Can Get, the new Darcy Coates book, at the train station, the Strand bookstore wall. And I was super excited because I was looking to get this one, but because we were adventuring in the rain so much, I was really afraid to like be picking up too many books and then having to transport them in the rain. But those are the 4 books that I bought. Honestly, it's a lot less than I expected to buy throughout the trip. But as far as book buying goes, there's also one really big update that I never provided, and I have to let you know what happened with Quicksilver, because I started this trip knowing that I had 7 days to finish the entirety of the 600-page book in order to not fail my book ban. Here's the thing. I finished this book in perfect time. So I had to finish this by Thursday evening at the latest, because Thursday evening the week before is when I had ordered it online. I finished this Thursday morning by like 9:30 in the morning. I woke up and finished the last like 30 minutes of the book. And this book is a 5-star read. This book was so good. It had me captivated. I read the majority of this book, honestly, on the 3-hour train ride that we had to New York City, where Mel was sitting next to me, watching me for my every single reaction to everything. And it was so funny to get to know that like everybody who had already read this book was like sitting waiting for my reactions and waiting to hear what I was thinking. This book was so fun. It was so good, so intricate. There's just so much that's going on, and the characters are so captivating. And one of the things that I loved getting to see and understand more is Carrie and Swift, which I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know the part he was going to play, and I didn't know, but I love Cassidy's Realmathon that she holds every year, and this past year was Welcome to Carrion City, and I didn't realize that Carrion City was based on Carrion from Quicksilver, but it makes perfect sense because he was an iconic character, and I loved getting to see how he fit into the mold of everything. But like mostly, this book just felt like that feeling that you are seeking from every book, where you want to be able to sit down and thoroughly dive in every single time and not want to put the book down. And when the book was over, I was genuinely so sad that it was over. The good thing is Brimstone, the sequel, does come out this month, so very, very soon, and I don't have to wait too long to get it, which is very exciting for me. But I did finish this book and I gave it 5 stars, which means I did not have to spin the punishment wheel, which I know once again is disappointing for you because you were probably hoping to see me have to spin. However, it is great for me. So those are like the book updates. We had so much fun going around and just seeing everything. I did end up going with Nikki and Maria. We went to see Moulin Rouge on Broadway. This was my second time seeing the show, and like truly it was just as good as the first time. I saw it in previews 6 years ago. So this is a completely new cast, and there's even some like creative changes that they made since that time, and getting to see all of it come to life once again was so much fun. It was so incredible. Everybody there is so talented, literally life-changing. I cried again, even though I knew exactly what I was getting myself into. It was so good. So that was a lot of fun. And then honestly, we just got to hang out a lot, and these friends are so special, and I've just had so much fun. It's really sad that it's all over now. That's kind of everything I've got here. I'm gonna wrap everything up. It's been a long like 2 weeks of prep for everything and then actually going on the trip, and I'm exhausted. I have to go back to to work tomorrow, which I don't want to have to do, but loved getting to kind of document everything that we were doing, and of course all the reading as well. So this has been super fun. I want to thank you so much for being here, for watching this video, spending your time with me. I always appreciate it, and I really hope that I will see you in the next video. Bye!